Welcome to part 3 of this 3-part video series. In part 1, we discussed some of the background information on EntreArchitect and the free resources that are available. Part 2 was all about the EntreArchitect Community Annual Meeting coming up this October in Nashville. And here in part 3, I'm going to take you behind the scenes in the EntreArchitect Network so that you can see all the amazing resources that are available. And now I want to talk about one of the best parts of EntreArchitect, and that is the EntreArchitect Network. In December of 2022, 10 years after his 12-12-12 project, Mark announced the launch of the EntreArchitect Network. Inside the network, it's all about action, taking the steps and providing the resources for firm owners to grow their business and operate them at a higher level. Inside the network is not about passively listening to things and dreaming about things. It's about people who want to make change in their business, who want to be better, and who are willing to take the action to do so. While the network is a paid membership, it is one of the best resources out there, and the amount of value that you get and the amount of usable resources provided is amazing.
Almost any subject that affects the practice of architecture, Mark is bringing to us at a very, very, very low cost.
Even at the highest level of membership, the price is still very, very affordable.
And the cost of the program, was like a cup of coffee per month. It's not even a cup of coffee per day. It's so minuscule for the amount of value that I've gotten from it, and I think that a lot of other people have gotten from it.
So you really have no excuse not to join. Some of these resources include weekly business coaching sessions, monthly expert training, HSW units, and access to documents and business resources that you cannot find anywhere else. So there are 3 levels of membership. The lowest level gets you access to the community inside the network, access to the weekly member meetup sessions, and free or discounted access to the workshops and events. The Network Pro level adds on access to the weekly business coaching, the monthly expert training sessions, and the ability to view all of the on-demand business courses. This gives you access to 24 AIA CEUs each year, 12 of which are HSW credits, just by attending the monthly sessions. The Mastermind level gets you all of the above, plus you get to join into a Mastermind group, which is a small group of architecture peers that meet weekly to discuss all the challenges and strategies for running a successful architecture firm. EntreArchitect offers so many resources for free. The podcast, the Facebook group, all the videos and interviews that are on the YouTube channel. But where the community really comes alive, where you will find the most support and the most inspiration comes inside the network.
Pros Architecture launched in March 2023, and I've never looked back. The first few months were scary, not knowing when or if the projects would come in. But with the support of my mastermind groups and fellow EntreArchitects, I was committed to making sure I'd be taking on the right types of projects and, more importantly, the right types of clients.
It's been especially exciting to see other people join the network with just like a dream of starting their own firm, like they're working for some practice, sort of slogging it out, and they come to the network thinking, what can I do? How can I start this? Is it even possible? And now a few years later, I get to see them totally thriving and working on projects that they love, that they never really thought they could do on their own.
At the time when I joined, I was maybe 17 years in practice, and I realized I had a lot to learn. And since I've been part of the community, my business has turned around 100%. It's made a 180. It's become profitable. Every year has been an increase in revenue over the other. My projects are better. My clients are better. Everything has become better. And I really give it all to being part of the EntreArchitect community.
Remember what I said earlier, that this is a place of action. We can all certainly dream about how we want our firm to operate. We can all certainly dream about how we want to make our firm better, how we want to attract better clients and work on better projects. We might think about all the different systems that we can implement and what it might mean for our lives and for our families and for our clients if we can actually run our businesses better. But inside the network, as part of the mastermind groups and at the annual meeting, These are the places where you will actually find the support and the inspiration and the resources that you need to create the change that you want. A place where you can learn from your peers and where you can also help them. It's not all about you, it's about helping others too. The more you get involved, the better it becomes.
For anybody starting a firm, and I'm thinking about not just the Facebook community, which is great and a lot of fun, but paying to join the network is a huge advantage.
The money you spend to join the paid network is the best money you can spend and to grow your firm and your knowledge.
Hi, I'm here at the beach to tell you about how great EntreArchitect is and what a wonderful community of architects. It was really great during the pandemic. For context and clarity, it was like this daily community when we couldn't get out of the house.
In the EntreArchitect community, you can pretty much trust that there's going to be other people who are going through exactly the same challenges that you are as an architect and a business owner of an architecture firm. And many of them either have really good answers to the questions and challenges that you're going through, or if nothing else, they are going through the same thing right along with you, and they can be a support and a help, if nothing else, just emotional support to help you get through it, and themselves too.
So let's take a quick peek inside the network just to see what's available. So everything that I'm going to show you here is also available on your phone or your tablet via the Mighty Networks app, but just to make things easier, I'm going to be showing what it looks like on a computer. The first thing that you see when you log on is the network dashboard. In the center is the information for the page that you're currently viewing, and down the left-hand side is the menu bar for all of the available pages that you can go into. In the top right, there are notifications and private messages. I'm here on the network community homepage, which you can think of this as a place to post general information and questions, similar to the Facebook page, but here, whatever you post is only being seen by the architects who are dedicated enough to be part of the network community. You can feel more confident about posting sensitive topics here rather than on Facebook. Before we go any further, your morning cannot be complete without first stopping by Java with Jeff.
You know, we go through all these things. We spend a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of worry and a lot of fear around what if this happens? What if that happens? What do I do here? What do I do there? And I thought maybe, you know, on a Friday morning headed into a weekend, it might be a little bit refreshing to ask, what if it all worked out? I think a lot of our planning, and hopefully on the design side, it's the opposite of this. You know, hopefully you're designing a home or you're designing a dentist office, or you're designing whatever, and everything that you're designing is about aspiration. I know it's not, right? I know the codes, building codes, zoning codes, all the codes are essentially based on what if, and usually on the negative side of the equation, right? What if this sparks? What if there's a fire? What if there's, you know, someone, all of those things. But hopefully your actual design is aspirational. You think about the best experience for that patient, or the best experience, you know, living in that home or whatever it is. And I know some of your design processes, and I know it's that way. But I think a lot of times when we're planning, that's not where we're coming at it from. A lot of times when we're planning things or strategizing things, we're coming from the what if something goes wrong? What if this happens? What if that happens? And so today, my question is, what if it works out? What if it works out? What if you decided to do that thing? What if you decided to launch that passive income product? What if you decided to add that new service line? What if you decided to have that conversation? What if you decided to try that new activity or that new thing that could become a hobby? And what if it all worked out? If we're going to grow, we need to prepare for, we need to plan for things working out.
This is a session that occurs every weekday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Hosted by architect business coach Jeff Eccles, these 30-minute discussions are usually focused around getting yourself into the best mindset to take action and start your day. The topics are thought-provoking and sometimes lighthearted. You're definitely going to leave with something new to consider. One of the first things that you'll see on the menu bar on the left under Software and Tools is a tab for project management. Factor AE is a project management software for architects, and they have a special relationship with EntreArchitect. There are many different project management software systems out there. There's Monograph, there's BQE Core, there's several others. After trying a number of them, I decided to go with Factor. It's just as powerful and useful as the others, maybe even more so, but what really sold me is the ease of use. Here inside the EntreArchitect Network, you will find that Factor offers discounts and group onboarding that are only available to network members. The next thing you see on the menu bar is the EntreArchitect Business Coaches. This is an amazing program that's offered to network members. Every week on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, one of the 4 business coaches hosts an hour-long session on a topic related to their expertise. So every month you get to join in with each of the 4 coaches where they teach you new skills, dive deep into questions that you have, and provide you with resources that you can use. The 4 coaches are Zach Waters from Black Swan, who talks about everything related to insurance and risk management. Shannon Hughes from Enliven Studios, who specializes in building strong business cultures within your firm. Brian McCartney from ArcMark, who discusses branding, marketing, and strategic planning. And Megan Dolly, who is a CF who will teach you about money, finance, and business growth. These business coaching sessions are absolutely amazing, and you won't want to miss them. Click on any of their pages and you will find ongoing conversations, resources that they have made available, and the links to their meetings. Next on the menu is the expert training sessions. Here you will find the regular monthly expert sessions held on the first Wednesday of each month, and the HSW sessions held on the third Wednesday of each month. And then there's special sessions that are in addition to these regular monthly trainings. Inside each page you will find the archives. There is absolute gold in here. Pretty much anything that you can think of related to running an architecture firm has been covered in one of these monthly training sessions, taught by industry leaders. Just click on the session archive and scroll down to explore. The business expert sessions are the longest running, going all the way back to 2015. That is over 100 training sessions that are available to you to watch at any time. As I scroll down through this list, just look at some of these amazing topics. I highly recommend that you take the time to watch them all. The HSW session started in 2023, and while the only way to actually receive that HSW credit is to attend the event live, having access to the replays of these videos is priceless. There are some important topics covered that you can learn a lot just by watching. Then the special sessions also have an archive of videos that you can go and watch and learn from. Next, we're going to move down the menu to the member meetup sessions. This includes project crits, not so small firm, tech sessions, and startup architect.
The community building has really been the most valuable aspect of the community for me. From weekly project crits to monthly startup architect meetings. Those are really energy boosts to my day to feed off of the progress and success that my friends are having, to learn from the struggles that they've encountered, whether it be with clients or with administrative tasks. There's just nothing that compares from a networking sense to the EntreArchitect community and the true community that we build here.
Project Crits is a session that I host every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern, where members from the community discuss each other's projects, give advice and feedback, and show your own work to get some help.
Or maybe there's a way to set it up so that there's sort of a half bath component. Maybe you go stack washer dryer, and also maybe shift the window down.
Yeah, there's a small bathroom upstairs and kind of the same thing, 2 doors. I mean, you could just close off this pocket door and not do that and enter from the hall.
I think that makes sense to put the bathtub upstairs if you've got a kid up there and the shower downstairs.
I've been hosting these sessions for a few years now, and it is a huge benefit to the community. Think about some of the differences between working at a large firm or a small firm or being a sole practitioner. The smaller the firm, the less opportunities you have to bounce ideas off of your coworkers or to go to people when you are stuck. And when you're on your own, that's pretty much non-existent. So you come onto Project Crits, where it's a friendly, supportive environment to show your project and to get some good feedback on the design, or maybe get some help working through a detail. There's even been times where we didn't actually discuss any projects, but instead brainstormed a solution to an issue that one of our members was having with a client or a contractor or an inspector. Again, this is a friendly, supportive place for you to share your work and to also help others. I hope to see you in there one day. Next on the list is the Not So Small Firm section. This is dedicated to discussing the challenges and strategies of running a larger sized small firm. So if you want advice or to see how other people run things, the systems that they implement, and the issues that come with running a larger sized small firm, this is your place. Next is the Tech Sessions, which is a Zoom meeting held on the second Friday of every month at 1 p.m. Eastern, hosted by Daniel Stewart, where everything related to technology is discussed. Want to learn what tech is coming up next, or how to better implement current technologies? Then come on to these tech sessions. Last but certainly not least on the list is the Startup Architect Sessions, held on the third Friday of every month and hosted by Jessica Christensen. This is the place for people who are just starting their firm and need to know and learn about what it takes to run a business, a place where you can ask questions and get the support that you need. But even if you've been running a firm for 20 years, I still recommend you come onto the Startup Architect session. It's never too late to learn something new, and you can always use your experience to help others. Now, if you think that's a lot of amazing resources in the EntreArchitect Network, well, we're just getting warmed up. Next down on the menu are the business resources. These are available to Network Pro and Mastermind level members for free. The lower tier membership level only has access to some of them. The Foundation Documents is a collection of over 50 documents that you can download and use in your business today. Everything from a sample letterhead to project checklists, zoning analysis forms, construction estimating templates, meeting minutes, code analysis, site evaluation, field reports, punch lists, fixture selections, schedules, and so much more. Download these forms, customize them, and you instantly have an amazing collection of business resources. The Hybrid Proposal course and template is one of the better sample proposals / contracts you'll find out there. So many members of the EntreArchitect community have used this hybrid proposal form as the basis for their firm's contracts. The terms and conditions sections have been reviewed and edited by experts. So if you're a new firm owner and you need a sample contract to start with, this is a great place to start. And if you're a longtime firm owner, I still recommend download this hybrid proposal, compare it to your current contract, and make whatever changes feel right to you. Then we have Construction Management for Architects, which is an 8-part course offering construction management services to your clients with documents and templates that you can use. The P2P Profit course is a proven system that you can implement to increase your firm's profit with real-world strategies and access to architect-specific financial management tools. You can learn how to best plan, track, and maximize your firm's financial health. The Build Your Brand course, hosted by Jeff Eccles, is an effective branding and marketing strategy designed for you to identify and attract your ideal client. Say goodbye to those tire kickers and the projects you're not excited to work on. Last in this section is the EntreArchitect Simple Systems, which is another collection of documents, systems, and processes that are quick and easy to implement, that will save you time and streamline your business. From here, we move into the regionally specific pages on the network. Since I'm located in Massachusetts, I'm a part of the Northeast region. This is a place for you to have discussions with community members in your area, to ask regionally specific questions, to get to know each other a little bit better, to plan meetups, and to talk about other things that are going on within your region. Moving down the menu to the next items, you will find the network special events. Here you will find the pages directly related to the EntreArchitect Community Annual Meeting for 2024, also known as TCAM 24, which is going to be held in Nashville in October, and the page for the previous TCAM held in 2022 in Austin, Texas, and the EntreArchitect Business Summit. In the TCAM 24 page, you're going to find an ongoing discussion by the people who are attending the event, and this is where we're planning all the great things that we're going to do together. You also see information about the event and a link to book your lodging. Down in the Business Summit page, you will find the replays of the videos from the event that was held to launch this network. Remember, the network is all about taking action, and this kickoff event has a series of presentations designed to provide you with the resources and inspiration for your firm. These video replays are also a must-watch. Next up is the EntreArchitect University section. Here we have a series of special courses. These courses are all at an additional fee and were multi-day events held live within the network that had training and discussion and assignments related to each. If you joined any of those sessions, you have the ability to watch the replay of the videos and you have access to all the resources provided. Then finally, we have the pages on your network specifically dedicated to your mastermind group.
I love the masterminds too, same people week after week, and you really get to know them and their practices. And we talk about, what is actually our lives are like, because we have to balance our lives with our work when we're sole practitioners too.
In the mastermind groups, especially, to be able to have people that you trust, that you're in there with, week in, week out, kind of sharing what you're up against.
Even though we meet on Zoom, I've made some of my closest friendships in this network.
What this community does, it builds lifelong friends.
My small group is ASGO1, which is one of the original small groups. The people in my group feel like family.
The work did come, and in 2024, our first full year of business, I've been able to surpass my corporate salary while laying a foundation to scale my business and develop a team in 2025.
We can talk about anything, and we do. On our calls, we talk about things happening in our families, things happening with our businesses, but we're all totally open, and it's a wonderful place to share concerns and celebrations and questions and things like that. It's an atmosphere of total trust.
None of this would be possible without the EntreArchitect Network.
There are 24 architect-only mastermind groups and 2 Architect and Allies mastermind groups within the community. Each mastermind group is comprised of anywhere between 6 and 12 people who meet on a weekly basis to discuss everything related to running your firm. These small groups become like an extended family. The members care just as much about your success as they do their own. It is a place where you can have the deepest conversations and discuss the sensitive matters, because what you say here stays within the group.
Yep, that's okay, because I think it seems like maybe we all cry sometimes about our practices or whatever happens.
And also in being vulnerable, as I just was, EntreArchitect is a safe space for architects. It's a very safe space, especially within the paid network. Those are the people who have committed to another level and respect who you are and where you've been, and respect that we all have our own issues and we're not going to hurt each other. We're here to help each other.
Here you will find architect peers who are dedicated to helping each other out. It's a place where you can say the things that no one else will understand, maybe not even your friends or your family. The mastermind groups are one of the best benefits of joining the network. And if you're going to join the network, I highly recommend joining the mastermind group. It is easily one of the things that will help out your firm the most. The firm owners that participate in the mastermind groups see increases across the board in terms of profit, operating systems, and charting the best course for the future of their firm. On these pages within the network, your group can hold private discussion, post resources and documents that only group members have access to, and then organize other information about your group.
Share the network with your friends. There's actually an opportunity you can invite. Go into your profile and click invite, and you can send people a link. the reason you should do that is because as the network grows, it gets better, not only as a network and as a place where we can share and learn from one another, but the things that we'd love to do in the future require us to have massive scale, right? The thing that Ed was talking about earlier, and I said, stay tuned. That requires us to have a really big, powerful network that we can leverage, right? That we can show people, look, we have thousands of architects on this thing. I ask you to share EntreArchitect and the EntreArchitect Network with every architect you know, and encourage them to join us.
If you're starting a firm, then you got to join the network and get access to all those resources and the coaching and the monthly training sessions, because that alone right there will make your first year, second year, third year in business survivable.
I can't see a better organization to be tied to right now than EntreArchitect if you're a small firm practitioner.
And if you are considering joining the EntreArchitect community, I cannot recommend it enough.
The more you become involved, the more you will get out of being a member. Whether you simply take advantage of the free resources available through the podcast, the Facebook group, and the YouTube channel, or if you join the network at any of the various levels, or if you attend the conference in Nashville, your firm will improve. How much it improves, how many resources you utilize, all depends on you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
And remember to love, learn, and share.
Love, learn, share.
Love, learn, and share.
Love, learn, share.
Love, learn, share.